What is up here, YouTube? Jigsaw0097 here today. Just bringing you a awesome movie review tonight. I just barely went and saw Alien Covenant. I actually got a ticket to see it a day early, so I'm bringing you this review now. I'm going to keep this non-spoiler. I'm actually going to make a spoiler discussion. It won't be a review, but I'm going to be making a spoiler discussion later after I take notes and kind of gather my thoughts, because I'm really going to have to let this one mull over in my head, guys. This is definitely like Prometheus, where if you've seen that movie, it's a thinker. That's the way I'll put it. But basically, I'm going to keep this as completely spoiler free as possible, because I think that everyone that's an Alien fan, or even someone that just likes deep adult stories, deserves to go see this movie unspoiled. And there's a lot of spoiler reviews that have already been made, so if you really want to watch that, you can go check those out. But from the get-go, this movie has been getting a lot of hate, and I really, as an Alien fan, honestly, I've seen it now. I don't understand why. I think as far as an Alien film goes, this has given us more answers and backstory and just thought-provoking material than any of the Alien movies in the entire franchise. We're even talking about Alien and Aliens here, guys. This movie basically, without getting too spoiler heavy, this movie basically answers one of the biggest questions that we've had as Alien fans. So I'll just leave it at that. As far as the story goes, a lot of things happen, and the epilogue of this movie is fantastic. I don't even want to talk about it because I don't want to tell you what it's basically. It's just a conversation between some characters. I don't want to tell you who the characters are, though, because you owe it to yourself to go watch it first. It's just fantastic. They set this up. Ridley Scott is a genius, honestly, with what he's done with this, because he created the original Alien. So it's like, how often do you see a director able to revisit his franchise that he created, helped create? H.R. Geiger, I guess, has a big part in this too, but how often do you see a director get to go back to a film series that he basically helmed decades later, and then kind of just add this? You can tell he kind of has been adding the stuff that the ideas that he's probably had for a long time. But there's a certain character in this movie that he has a vision for, and I just really like where it's heading. And honestly, it makes complete sense in the grand scale of the Alien universe. The more I thought about this movie, it's been about 6 hours now since I've seen it, and the more that I think about the movie, the more that I just really appreciate it, because I can definitely just see where they're going with this, and it's very smart too. It's a thinking movie. This is the kind of movie too, like, the reason I think that it's been getting a lot of hate is because a lot of people went and saw it and they didn't really like understand what they had seen, and so they're like giving it hate already. Like, I read on Facebook today already that Angry Joe, big YouTuber, he just basically said that it's a terrible movie, and I'm just like, I'm not discrediting Joe, I'm just saying, like, it's probably a gut reaction is what he's saying, because this is the kind of movie, like, the more you think about it, I mean, it has flaws. I'm not saying that this is a perfect movie. It definitely has flaws, because everything has flaws, but I think that most of the flaws are just completely able to be overlooked, given the grand scale of what this movie has achieved. It's definitely one of the smartest movies of the year. But yeah, these reviewers are kind of just gut reacting to the movie when it's not that kind of movie. So many things nowadays, people are looking for like instant gratification in like almost everything they do, so that if they don't like it immediately, they just say, oh, it's bad. And this happens with almost everything. Another recent example is the game Outlast 2, which I'll probably do a review on, because I think that's quite brilliant as well, but the reviews for that game are just kind of like negative immediately as well, because again, it's another story that requires a little bit of thinking. You can't just look at it at face value and say, okay. You kind of got to think about it and really think about what they were trying to achieve there. But anyway, that's beside the point. The movie is just a lot more intelligent than you would think. And if you like, I'm going to just say this as a caveat, because this will determine a lot. If you liked or even loved Prometheus, you are probably going to love this movie even more, because although this is now more of an alien movie, it is still very much in that vein of what Prometheus did, where there's just a lot of mystery still here, and just the overall weird factor. That's the thing that I love the most about Prometheus, is when you see the movie, the title Alien in a movie, it doesn't just mean the xenomorph. Alien to me with these movies means something foreign, something different. The literal term of alien, basically something that's just unexpected. And that's exactly what Prometheus was, honestly. It was unexpected. So many cool, weird things happened in that movie, and it's definitely present here with, I'm trying to just not talk about a lot of stuff or give any names or anything with Alien Covenant, because this is a spoiler-free review, but just like they go into familiar territory here, but then it's just so weird the way they did some of it. And I think as Alien fans, or even Prometheus fans, you guys will really appreciate that, as I did. But yeah, I'll be making a spoiler video very soon, so that I can talk about what I think about all of this, and what I think it means going into the future of Alien. But to kind of wrap this video up, this review, I'll just kind of like go over some of the flaws, I guess, just technical, which they're easily overlooked. Some of the characters in this movie are a little flat, that's one of the things, and they're not that bad though. If you've seen like Kong Skull Island recently, like they're not near that level of bad, but there are definitely some characters in there that just feel like they're there to die, I guess. But that's kind of a given with a movie like this. And then sometimes the CGI looks a little weird. You can tell that they spent most of their money on set design here, which is fantastic. Again, Ridley Scott is a visionary. The dude knows how to direct a movie beautifully. I mean, it's insane, honestly. He's probably might be the best visual director in Hollywood right now, because he can create a shot and make it look like it's just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, and it's insane. He does this with every movie, even if a movie's good or bad, like the movie Exodus: Gods and Kings that he directed. Not really a movie for me, but the shots, you know, like the cinematography, nailed it, and he does this with every movie, so that's definitely not absent here, and you can definitely tell that that's where they spent most of the money, because the CG's not bad by any means. It's actually very good, but there are just sometimes when it feels off, especially if you've seen the old Alien movies. If you're a big fan of Alien 1 and Aliens, where there's a big emphasis on practical effects in those movies, in this movie really that was not the focus. You can tell the focus in this movie is more about story and just setting up an atmosphere, which it does flawlessly. So yeah, guys, those are kind of really my only gripes without going into spoilers. I don't think the story has any flaws, honestly. Anyone that says the story has flaws hasn't really thought about it yet, because if you just really think about it in the grand scheme of Alien, this is going to fit in perfectly, and honestly, it's going to just explain it. It just explained it in my mind, and in a non-cheesy, corny way. Like it made perfect sense, and what a great way to explain it. So yeah, guys, overall, this might be my fanboy talking here, but I'm going to give Alien Covenant a 10 out of 10, and I recommend that anyone go see it that's an Alien fan, or even a fan of sci-fi, or like I said, adult-themed thinking movies. A movie that you can think about and grow to appreciate because this is definitely a movie that you're going to want to watch more than once. I'm probably going to go see it again in a couple days because I just can't get it out of my head right now. It's like, well, late in the morning right here, and I just can't sleep because I've been thinking about it. So wanted to make this quick video, guys. If you've seen it, what do you think about the movie without spoiling it? Don't put any spoiler comments in the comments, please, just because courtesy to others. But basically, just did you guys like it or did you hate it? Because I can see arguments for both, but honestly, if you're an Aliens fan, I just don't see how you can really hate the movie. So so yeah, guys, this has been another awesome movie review. I am Jigsaw0097. If you liked this video, you can hit that like button. If you disliked the video, hit the dislike button. And I've got other movie reviews on this channel as well, so if you like this one, you can check those out. Maybe hit that subscribe button for future content. But as always, guys, thanks for watching this one, and I will talk to you all later.